Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 6, Book 60, Number 21. Narrated by Ibn Umar. While some people were offering Fajr prayer at Quba Mosque, someone came to them and said, Quranic literature has been revealed to Allah's Apostle tonight, and he has been ordered to face the Kaaba of Mecca. So you too should turn your faces towards it. Their faces were then towards Sham, Jerusalem, so they turned towards the Qibla, i.e. Kaaba of Mecca. Volume 6, Book 60, Number 22. Narrated by Urwa. I said to Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, and I was at that time a young boy, how do you interpret the statement of Allah, verily, Safa and Marwa, i.e. two mountains at Mecca, are among the symbols of Allah. So it is not harmful of those who perform the Hajj to the house of Allah, or perform the Umrah, to ambulate, tawaf, between them. In my opinion it is not sinful for one not to ambulate, tawaf, between them. Aisha said, your interpretation is wrong, for as you say, the verse should have been, so it is not harmful of those who perform the Hajj or Umrah to the house, not to ambulate, tawaf, between them. This verse was revealed in connection with the Ansar who, during the pre-Islamic period, used to visit Manat, i.e. an idol, after assuming their ihram, and it was situated near Qudid, i.e. a place at Mecca. And they used to regard it sinful to ambulate between Safa and Marwa after embracing Islam. When Islam came, they asked Allah's Apostle about it, whereupon Allah revealed, verily, Safa and Marwa, i.e. two mountains at Mecca, are among the symbols of Allah. So it is not harmful of those who perform the Hajj of the house of Allah, or perform the Umrah, to ambulate, tawaf, between them. 2.158. Volume 6, Book 60, Number 23. Narrated by Azam bin Sulaiman. I asked Anas bin Malik about Safa and Marwa. Anas replied, we used to consider, i.e. going around, them a custom of the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, so when Islam came, we gave up going around them. Then Allah revealed, verily, Safa and Marwa, i.e. two mountains at Mecca, are among the symbols of Allah. So it is not harmful of those who perform the Hajj of the house of Allah, or perform the Umrah to ambulate, tawaf, between them. 2.158. Volume 6, Book 60, Number 24. Narrated by Abdullah. The Prophet said one statement and I said another. The Prophet said, whoever dies while still invoking anything other than Allah as a rival to Allah, will enter hell, fire. And I said, whoever dies without invoking anything as a rival to Allah, will enter paradise. Volume 6, Book 60, Number 25. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The law of cheeses, i.e. equality in punishment, was prescribed for the children of Israel, but the diyah, i.e. blood money, was not ordained for them. So Allah said to this nation, i.e. Muslims, O you who believe, the law of al-cheeses, i.e. equality in punishment, is prescribed for you in cases of murder, the free for the free, the slave for the slave, and the female for the female. But if the relatives, or one of them, of the killed person, forgive their brother, i.e. the killer's something of cheeses, i.e. not to kill the killer by accepting blood money in the case of intentional murder, then the relatives of the killed person should demand blood money in a reasonable manner and the killer must pay with handsome gratitude. This is an elevation and a mercy from your Lord, in comparison to what was prescribed for the nations before you. So after this, whoever transgresses the limits, i.e. to kill the killer after taking the blood money, shall have a painful torment. 2.178. Volume 6, Book 60, Number 26. Narrated by Anas. The Prophet said, the prescribed law of Allah is the equality in punishment, i.e. al-cheeses, in cases of murders, etc. Volume 6, Book 60, number 27. Narrated by Anas. That his aunt, Rubai, broke an incisor tooth of a girl. My aunt's family requested the girl's relatives for forgiveness, but they refused. Then they proposed a compensation, but they refused. Then they went to Allah's apostle and refused everything except al-cheeses, i.e. equality in punishment. So Allah's apostle passed the judgment of al-cheeses, i.e. equality of punishment. Anas bin al-Nadar said, O Allah's apostle, will the incisor tooth of Rubai be broken? No, by him who sent you with the truth, her incisor tooth will not be broken. Allah's apostle said, O Anas, the prescribed law of Allah is equality in punishment, i.e. al-cheeses. Thereupon those people became satisfied and forgave her. Then Allah's apostle said, among Allah's worshippers there are some who, if they took Allah's oath for something, Allah fulfill their oaths. Volume 6, Book 60, number 28. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Fasting was observed on the day of Ashura, i.e. 10th of Muharram, by the people of the pre-Islamic period. But when the order of compulsory fasting in the month of Ramadan was revealed, the Prophet said, it is up to one to fast on it, i.e. day of Ashura, or not. Volume 6, Book 60, number 29. Narrated by Aisha. The people used to fast on the day of Ashura, before fasting in Ramadan was prescribed, but when the order of compulsory fasting in Ramadan was revealed, it was up to one to fast on it, i.e. Ashura, or not. Volume 6, Book 60, number 30. Narrated by Abdullah. That Al-Ashath entered upon him while he was eating. Al-Ashath said, today is Ashura. I said to him, fasting had been observed on such a day before the order of compulsory fasting in Ramadan was revealed. But when the order of fasting in Ramadan was revealed, fasting on Ashura was given up, so come and eat. Volume 6, Book 60, number 31. Narrated by Aisha. During the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, the Quraysh used to observe fasting on the day of Ashura, and the Prophet himself used to observe fasting on it too. But when he came to Medina, he fasted on that day and ordered the Muslims to fast on it. When the order of compulsory fasting in Ramadan was revealed, fasting in Ramadan became an obligation, and fasting on Ashura was given up. And whoever wished to fast on it did so, and whoever did not wish to fast on it did not fast. Volume 6, Book 60, number 32. Narrated by Atta. That he heard Ibn Abbas reciting the divine verse, and for those who can fast they had a choice: either fast or feed a poor for every day. 2.184 Ibn Abbas said, this verse is not abrogated, but it is meant for old men and old women who have no strength to fast, so they should feed one poor person for each day of fasting, instead of fasting. Volume 6, Book 60, number 33. Narrated by Nafi. Ibn Umar recited, they had a choice: either fast or feed a poor for every day, and added, this verse is abrogated.